Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. We have rain going on in the background here, so hopefully that's not too loud on this microphone. So today I'm taking a look at the Thomas Nelson KJV Super Giant Print Reference Bible. And this is a large Bible, but it is perfect for people who need a large text. And it's also great for preaching. There's all the information on the back. So let's take a look at what we have. This is a black genuine leather edition. And that black genuine leather is super soft. I don't know what that is. It looks like cowhide, and it's very soft. It's some of the softest leather I've seen. There's the spine, perimeter stitching, Holy Bible printed on the front in the fancy font that you're going to see in the large print thin line edition. So here is how that looks. Now, the really cool thing, though, about this cover is how it stays open. It is a paste down edition, but it is reinforced. It looks like there's some reinforced binder's tape there. And then on the inside, we have a decorative line all the way around the perimeter. It's not just a line. It's a little bit more decorative than that, which I like. But look how that stays open. That's a vinyl liner. There we go. Just stays open. 30 GSM paper, I think. I think this is the same paper that's in the thin line editions and some of the others. Here's the information. It is printed in China. Paper is, could be slightly more opaque. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. But it's not terrible. And then here is the layout. We have the same book introductions that you're going to find in most of the Thomas Nelson reference editions that include them. Verse by verse edition, double column, 14-point font, and then the references and footnotes are in the footer below the last verse on the page. No section headings or anything like that. And there are the references. It's the same references that are used in the Sovereign, and it includes the updated words for the glossary on the page itself, which I like. I prefer that. I don't think it's printed with line matching. Some lines do line up really well, and then others do not. Gutter's a little tight, but it's not terrible. First few sections has a little bit of a ridge there. I don't know if that's normal. So it will bend away just a little bit, but not enough to be a bother. It's just enough to notice. Across the top, we have the book name, chapter, and verse number for that page. And then that's in the outer margin. And then in the inner margin is a page summary. And as you can see, there's not a lot of space at the top. So it's cutting it close. And then at the bottom is the page number in the center. Keep forgetting that this takes up all of the screen. It is a nice size if you need something large. This is a nice size. The book introductions are a couple of paragraphs, and they provide some good basic information. Red letter, that's a good dark. I like that dark. It's a good dark letter. Now we do have some lines with extra space in the text because it only has about 6 words per line, between 6 and 8 depending on how big the words are. But that does cause some lines to have extra space between the words to make them all fit. So not a large word count, but that's normal for this size of a font, 14-point font. You're going to have to not have that large of a word count on the lines. Then in the back, we have a couple of tables: Miracles of Jesus Christ, Parables of Jesus Christ, the one-year reading plan. They do still have a couple little issues in there. For example, it has February 29th. I would like it to not have that. And then there's an error here it says verse 29. It means verse 39. And it seemed like I might have found another. But I am using this reading plan this year. And so far, it's not too bad. The KJV concordance is pretty decent sized concordance. Something like 58 entries for God. Something along that line. So quite a few entries in there. So there's the concordance. And then the Zondervan maps printed on thick, non-glossy paper. If you see any shine at all, it's because I'm shining a light directly on this. dark room and all that. So we have annotations on the maps. It does not include a map index. But that is it. That's a soft cover. I love the softness of that cover. It's very flexible. Even for a paste down, that is very flexible. I just love how it stays open. I won't use a Bible that fights me. I just won't. I know me, I won't. But this one, there's no issues. I preach from this. You can go to Genesis 1 and it's there. No issues at all. Where it does go a little into the gutter, it wasn't a problem for me. It's not enough to be a problem. Just enough to notice a little bit. It's not terrible. I like it. So let's take a look at our size and weight. This is kind of a big Bible. So we have about 7 1/4 by 10 3/4 by 1 1/2, and then the trim size is going to be 7 by almost 10 1/4. And then it weighs 3 pounds 6.9 ounces. So let's compare it to a couple of Thomas Nelson reference editions. Here's the giant print center column reference. Now this is available in several different covers. I have it in Premier Collection. So the price range is going to be a little different. The quality is going to be a little different because this has the 36 GSM paper and a few more refinements. But now the cheaper version of this Bible does not include these refinements. It's more similar to the super giant print. So here is the size difference. Noticeably taller and thicker, and they have the same book introductions, pretty much same references. This might have a few more. So just grabbing one at random here, let's look at Ecclesiastes, one of my favorite books actually. I read that one a lot for some reason. So here's how they compare. So the paper in the Premier Collection is just better. No question about that. But you can see the size of the difference of the font. 12 point in the giant print versus 14 point in the super giant print. And most of the other tools are the same. That's one of my favorites actually. And the next is a large print KJV Bible. This is the McLaren in brown genuine leather. This one also has thicker paper. It's 36 GSM. And it has blue highlights all throughout. And this one does not include book introductions. And it has more references. But it does not include the concordance. So let's take a look at the book of Esther. So here is how they compare. .10 font versus 14 point. So that's my quick look at the Super Giant Print Reference Bible from Thomas Nelson in the KJV. I like this Bible. I especially like the leather and the printing. Printing is consistent. It's large, easy to preach from. If you need a large Bible to preach from, this is a good choice. I wouldn't mind if the paper was a little bit more opaque. And I like to see a little bit more space in the gutter, but it's not terrible. The size of the Bible makes it feel a little bit flimsy, but I love the refinements like the gold line around the edges. And I like that it's reinforced. I think it's reinforced. That's what that looks like to me. But a few minor refinements would make this an excellent Bible. So I'll place some links in the notes so that you can make a purchase if you're interested. I'll also place a link to BibleBuyingGuide.com where you can see the written review with more information, because I always go into more detail in writing, because I am a writer. And also, Thomas Nelson did supply this in exchange for an honest review. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.